So this video is about, I had a medical emergency in Cebu, and I just kind of wanted to tell the story, what my experiences was like, and yeah. So anyway, I had a medical problem, and so I wasn't sure where to go, actually what to do. So I went online and started researching different hospitals, and to check to see what the ratings were and stuff. And so anyway, somebody at the complex where I'm staying, he had told me that Changhua, he had gone there previously, and he was really happy with the service that he received. And so I checked that out, and they have something that they called an initial consultation, which is a little bit different than in the US anyway. And that at the Changhua hospital was, I believe it was 600 pesos, worked out to just over, it was right at $10 basically. So anyway, I compared that. Then there's another hospital with really high rankings, St. Luke's in Manila, and then they have, I believe that they had a small outlet in Cebu also. And so but that was going to be, it was like 15,000 pesos for the initial consultation, compared to 600 at the Changhua Medical Center. Now, both of those hospitals are private hospitals, so I chose to go with the Changhua hospital because of the price difference. So I went over there, and I met with the doctor, and I was really impressed with the doctor. He spent about 30 minutes with me, and went over my history. He looked at it, everything I had. Then he went ahead and scheduled some tests. And so in the meantime, so that was the end of that appointment. And then later on, I guess it was the following day, the hours were a little bit minimal, at the clinic that he worked at. So I ended up having to go to the emergency room at the hospital that was attached to Changhua. However, it seemed like it was a separate place, actually. So they ran a whole barrage of different tests. I already knew what it was, but they still went ahead and ran these tests. And so I went to the emergency room there, and I was there for several hours, and then they went ahead and pretty much fixed me up, but then they wanted to keep me there overnight. And so I asked them, why, and they said, well, they want to make sure that I don't get dehydrated. And I felt fine, so I said, no, I don't really want to stay overnight because I don't want to get dehydrated. I don't want to pay the extra. And they said, oh, okay, you'll have to sign a release form. And so I did that. And it did turn out, though, that they do charge hourly if you stay in the hospital. So I was glad I made that decision. And the total bill for this appointment was about $400, and that included everything. So compared to that same situation in the US, I know it would have been thousands of dollars. So I was actually really happy with that. The doctor that I saw in the clinic, I was, really impressed with him. He was extremely thorough. He had a good rapport. Yeah, I was really impressed with the service at this Changma Hospital, and that's in Cebu. And if I had to do the same thing again, I would definitely go back there. Yeah. Now, one of my viewers had asked me, to do a video on the medical insurance, and it's a little bit difficult to do regarding the medical insurance because there's so many different variables. It can be based on your age, also your medical history, and really, for me, unless it's something that's a really major thing, I'm not so concerned about it because it can be easier just to go ahead and pay the bill, yeah. So that's kind of my thought on it is not, you can get like maybe the major medical insurance. It's a good idea to have something, but unless something's really, really wrong with you, or you get in an accident or something like that, you're probably, your normal medical bill. When I went to the regular clinic and met with the doctor, my bill was about 600 pesos. So, just over $10 maybe, so it's not like in the US where you're going to get a bill for thousands of dollars unless you were really injured or, had something majorly wrong with you. So, yeah, those were my impressions of the hospital system here in Cebu. I was impressed with it, and yeah, I have nothing bad to say about it really, except if you do go to the emergency room, be proactive on they wanted me to stay overnight so that I wouldn't get dehydrated. You kind of need to look at things and use your own judgment because it is a business, so they're there to make money, and I know that saved me quite a bit by not doing that. So it's something to keep in mind, just use your own judgment on some of the things. But as far as the care goes, it was really good. One other thing I wanted to mention also on this is that unlike in the US, for instance, when you get your bill, it'll give you a detailed list of everything on there. Everything from cotton swabs to Band-Aids to whatever you had to have done. Every item is on there. You might have a list of 30 or 40 items on your bill, so at least you can see what you're being charged for. And yeah, so I thought that was good. And if you go to a clinic and you need any kind of prescriptions or anything like that, or you need to pick up supplies for the operation or whatever the procedure you're having, normally what they will do is they will give you the list of items. You will go out and purchase those items and then bring those back to the doctor's office, and then he will go ahead and do whatever he's going to do. So that part was a little bit different, and it definitely wasn't something that I was used to, but it did work out okay. And yeah, other than that, everything went well. It's just kind of a different system here. You just have to be kind of flexible. So anyway, I hope this information was good. And if you have any questions, just send me a message and I'll be hopefully be able to answer them for you. So, all right. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you would. All right. Thank you.